The 06 Cubs came storming in, shoulder swinging hot. Tinker and Evers turning two like they forgot the clock. Honus swing from shortstop, Pirates punched their way. And Blick from the left said, we'll see you boys someday. Ticket punch to the bash so grand. Ogles and rookies all hand in hand. From Cosley's grass to the Astrodome shine. Every team still playing in this heart of mine. Ripton's Iron Man Grand lit the Camden sky. While Pujols sparked one deep, a Midwest goodbye. Garrick laced doubles like thunder in July. And Walter's fastball hummed a lullaby. Ticket punched from the dice to the dream. Past and present all on the same screen. Roll the charts, let the lineups align. Baseball forever and the bracket's fine. Pete Rose down head first, the crowd starts to roar. Star Joe still sending baseballs out the door. Licky's on first and he's already gone, while Cedeno circles home to finish the song. 12 teams wait with banners high, their names stitched proud in the Nashville sky. From Cleveland's past to the Bronx at night, the tickets punched by a beautiful sight. So roll those dice and keep the score. The game ain't over, there's always more. Each click, each pitch, each dream combined. That's the bash, living on in my mind.
Oh yeah, baby. We got the big beautiful baseball bash episode, I think 19 now. I'm Mike Silva. We got Jamie. I'm sorry, let me just get we got Jamie Marshall here, my partner. Hey Jamie, how's it going?
Good.
And we have a special guest tonight coming in via audio stream only. We have Mark Patrick, and if you don't mind me using your name, better known as MV in our circles. Hey Mark, how you doing? MV, how you doing?
I'm all right, Mike. And hello, Jamie. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah. I muted you during the intro, and then you unmuted yourself. So
we always mute each other in the Discord. That's all good.
How you doing, MV?
Yeah, good. Doing a bit of AI stuff tonight. Working on my sports engine for soccer. I was showing Slash some boxing, and we're trying to make our own games via AI, which we find very, very interesting, as you know. You've seen behind the curtain, so to speak. And and I happen to be up late again, as you know. I'm a night owl.
Yeah, people that are watching that you're in. Just let people know that you're coming from Cardiff and the Wales from the UK.
Yeah,
I got some music for you. I got some songs for you. Hold on 1 second.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. This is just for Mark. MD is it's a typical British music here for soccer. I think soccer teams come into this, especially with the World Cup going on.
Yeah, what's going on at the moment?
And I also wanted to show you, since you're not, I can see you have an image you put on your.
That's my World Championship.
It's wonderful. I wish I could make that larger. I don't really know how to do that, but what I do
you'd have to go into the Discord, go into announcements, and go way up, and you'll see it.
Oh yeah,
but
I do have a rather cool image though. Let me see where I can find it.
Yeah, you got it there.
Oh, here we go. This one. There, that's MV coming to you live from via audio only. He's in an area with very low video reception. The satellites can't get him, so we have a stock picture we have from our files. MV. So really good to have you coming from Cardiff, Wales, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Jeff in the chat. Thanks for catching us live.
So
Hey,
we're
Jeff.
gonna get to some baseball in a few minutes. I just wanted to maybe just chat with you a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yes, of course.
So MV. So what first and foremost, what do you think about the baseball bash? Like, how do you feel?
Well, I've been following your projects and James' project for a while, and I've been with the baseball bash since its inception. So I do remember, you first talking about it and doing it. So or staying up when I stay up because I'm 5 hours ahead.
Yep.
To stay up and watch you and Jamie do it was incredible, was interesting, and my only regret was that I could never stay up for the whole broadcast or all the time you were playing it because I had to go to sleep at some point.
Yeah.
So you'd see me drop in and drop out. But what I am interested about is the success of the teams that have got through to the final 16 or final 8. I don't know where you are now.
We're in the
We're
16.
we're getting our way through the 16. So
And it's more about those teams that didn't make it as opposed to the teams that did make it. So I was intrigued that the New York Mets of '86, which is my team, my boys, Dr. K being the main man, did not make it. Did not make anywhere near it, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
yeah, I remember the bracket they were in. I don't remember the exact
I think
number.
they were
but I
in
remember-
one of the later
Yeah,
ones.
they
Let
got
me
their
do
first
it.
2 or 3 rounds. They were playing like they were. Oh, this is going to be a team that's just going to cruise their way to the end, like a few of the other
Yeah.
teams did, and then they just hit the proverbial bump in the road, and that was the end of their day.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm
they
not a
made
baseball
it to the
historian.
third round in bracket 26, and they
Yeah.
lost to the 1907 Phillies.
I mean, I'm not a baseball historian, as you know, but I grew up with, you know, baseball in Jamaica, funny enough, because again, being born in the UK, lived in Jamaica for a while, and I used to pick up WOR and WGN on the satellite dishes. And I was lucky enough to have a dish in my teens, or my dad had a dish, and I would tune in after school. And I'd watch listen to Ralph Kiner back in the day, and he would broadcast the Mets. Harry Carey would do the Cubs, and occasionally I'd tune into the Braves, but they weren't really up to much, so I never really.
Yeah.
I just like their powder blue uniforms.
Oh yeah.
But I got to watch all the teams of that era, and relating it back to your first question, which was about the Big Bash. I can relate to some of the teams that you did use, but most of the teams I know are from the '80s. But if you ask me how the Baltimore Orioles of the '70s got on, or the Reds, I suspect the Reds might have got through because I saw them the other night on your Big Bash.
They're still going. They're
But I'm
still
not-
alive. They might. They play in the 2000 Orioles possibly tonight. So it's up. We'll let you choose the game that we want to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The Orioles of '70s. I don't know if they made it at all.
no, they lost.
Yeah, they lost in this
They did
round.
make it.
Really?
They made it to the. They made it to the final third too. The 71 Orioles.
Yeah,
but they lost.
69 and 71 Orioles made it to the
What about
round
those
of
Dodger
32.
teams? Dodger teams?
No Dodger teams made
No.
it.
Not a single
Wow.
one made it to the final 32.
The only surprise I did see when I caught it the other night, I was watching the '66 Giants,
Yep.
which surprised me that they got there. They were good in the '60s, but the '66 Giants, I wasn't so sure. But didn't they get through?
Yeah, they were a good team. They maybe finished 2 or 3 games behind the Dodgers that year. They were a 90-plus win team.
Yeah.
And they have good pitching staff, good hitting, so all the
Yeah.
ingredients that you need to make it.
Yeah. I mean that's it. I mean the Cubs. What about the Cubs of the early 1900s?
Well, that's
Did
where
they make it?
that's the
Yeah.
66 Giants beat the 1910
Yeah.
Cubs.
Two of
That's
those teams made it to the 06 Cubs and the 1910 Cubs made it to the round of final 32.
Wow.
Um,
So who's left?
Well, right here. So I'm sharing the screen. I don't know if you can see it, but we got the 1982 Padres and the 1927 Pirates playing each other, Game 3, and we have the 2000 Orioles versus the 72 Reds in Game 3, and the 2022 Braves are playing the 1927 Yankees in Game 3. So the 27 Yankees are in danger of being, if they lose this game, they're out. So. And those are the last 3 games we have to play now, like before the round 2 ends, and then we start round 3 up.
I am surprised. I mean, again, I've seen a couple of broadcasts. The San Diego Padres are still there, so let's see them.
Okay, you want to see the Padres?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
I
do
want
the
to see the
Padres
Padres.
versus the 27 Pirates.
Yep. So, all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's go. So, MV, one quick question before we start the game, and we're probably just going to do one game tonight because we did get a late start, and we wanted to we just wanted to make sure people don't forget about the bash, and you know, but and we love to obviously like introduce you as a guest because I think we'd like to get you back here, possibly managing an all-star team, but we'll get to that. We can divulge those details at some other time. But anyway, I just want one more thing, just a little off topic, but World Cup. What I know you're obviously rooting for England, but what are your thoughts so far?
Oh, I could be here all night. Soccer's my favorite sport. My father said to me the other day, he said, put a bet on for me, son, which means let me spend my money so he can win. But anyway, I did. So I put a bet on the England.
Okay.
I think they have a really good chance. I think it's our time. Too many years of hurt. We've gotten progressively better. I think we reached the last quarterfinal and the last semi-final of the World Cup. 2 European Championships finalists. We just haven't won the damn thing.
Yeah.
It's time. It's been 1966 since we last won. So that's my initial bet. France are also very good, from what I can tell, but I've got a feeling it's not their time anymore. But if you want an outside bet, no, not the USA. No, not Canada. Sorry, guys. I would say it could be Holland or Netherlands, as you call it, as an outside bet, and Mexico. Would you believe?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's a long shot. That's a long shot bet. But the teams that I picked were England, France, Brazil. There was another one. Maybe Germany? It was Argentina. No, it wasn't Germany. They'll mess up somewhere down the line. But it was definitely those three anyway. I didn't choose Portugal, which were very good. But England have the best league. Yeah. They've produced the best young players from the academies. They have the will to win. In fact, that's been the millstone around our necks. I personally want to see them win before I die. So, it'd be nice.
Yeah, well,
and, it'd be really good if we did win.
Yeah, that's great, man. I'm telling you, I'm enjoying it. Like I'm watching the games, I'm relaxing, watching some. It is a lot. It is very. If you don't have a dog in the fight, it's very relaxing watching the games. Just kick back and just see what happens.
I'm impressed with the USA though.
Yeah, they look good. Yep. I mean, they Australia kind of were beating them up a little bit. They were very physical when they played them, but I think that they're known for that. But
yeah, they are indeed.
I'll tell you though, one thing I'm enjoying watching, I just actually started seeing them today, like on X and stuff, is a lot of videos of all the people from all over the world coming to the United States and how much I'm seeing tons of videos of how much of a good time they're having. Like Scottish
fans were at Fenway Park a few
nights
ago.
Man, they took over.
Yeah, they were singing and they even got some chants of Yankee suck in there.
I think I saw somebody the other day came on TV and it was like a Bostonian was saying, "My God, these Scots can drink."
Well, yeah,
they've run out of kegs. They had to bring new kegs in.
But everybody, it seems like it's so far it's a big success. It seems like everybody loves the States. Everybody it's amazing seeing these videos, seeing these people interviewed, and it just like they can't believe how good we have it here in the States. And it's nice to hear, and it's nice to see these people genuinely like they're interviewing the Scots people, and they're like the Scottish people, and they're like, I'm not going. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go. This is just too good. This is great. And obviously it's the World Cup, and it's a great situation, but it's fun. It's fun. Like it's fun to see how like when you see all these videos of Europeans with just looking at the size of marveling at the size of the drinks you can get in the stores and the you know what I mean? Like how the big portion sizes at restaurants. It's really funny. It's like a huge.
I'm very much into my American culture.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what they're talking about with the sizes, and I can't wait to go back again. I mean, it's been a while since I've been to the States, but God, I can imagine what they're experiencing out there. Jeez.
Oh my God, it's
so
funny.
Speaking of American culture and baseball, so you watched games on the satellite dish, and that ultimately led you. Yeah, and then that ultimately led you to playing baseball
just very
games.
Quickly, I mean, you might know the story already because you hung out in Discord as well with me. But very quickly, I learned the game. My first kind of baseball encounter, so to speak, was the like late 70s. And my father had a magazine lying on the, whatever, and lying on the table, and I just picked it up. I think it was called Ebony, and I picked it up. It's a black magazine. I picked it up, and Ebony had a thing there about, I think it was the New York Yankees, and I picked it up and I had a look, and I was fascinated with the NY on the top. I think the magazine was in black and white, but it was really good. The pinstripes. I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I must have been about 9. Anyway, about a couple of years later, like 3 or 4 years later, I went to New York. I must have been 11, and the Mets. I stayed in Queens, so the Mets was everywhere. And I remember the slogan the Mets had, the magic is back. I thought, what magic did they have before? I didn't have a clue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a marketing slogan they had at the time. And then I went to the shops and bought my bubblegum cards. Bearing in mind, I'm from England, I'm Jamaican. I'm not used to baseball. Right. And I picked up the baseball cards with the chewing gum. And I remember my first cards. I can still remember them now. I mean, Dave Parker, Omar Moreno were amongst those cards. Carl Yastrzemski. I must go about 50 or 60.
Did
I kept going back to the shop. Yeah. Yeah, all of them, all those players, all these players I can remember. And the last part of the story is I came to, again, Jamaica a bit later. We had satellite dish. And yeah, I picked up all those channels and I watched them. I used to watch CNN. CNN used to have a headline news, remember?
Yep.
They used to have CNN headline news. And I'd watched I think it was when the Cubs got to the playoffs, 83, I think.
Or was 84?
Trying to remember that. Yeah. And then gradually the next year I tuned in. And of course, that was the year of Dwight Gooden. So I caught Dwight Gooden at the exact moment the magic started for him. And he's my favorite baseball player of all time. And the Mets, of course, the glorious Mets are the favorite. And that's where it was, JB. And ever since then, I've just been a baseball fan.
Well, what was the first baseball game that you played? Like a historical, baseball simulation kind of game.
That is interesting. I think, those handheld games they used to have in the States? I had got one as well. Calico, whatever it's called. I used to play baseball. It had a diamond. It was the shape of a diamond. I played that in 81. But the first game I can remember playing I definitely remember playing Earl Weaver eventually.
Oh, okay.
I remember now. I remember playing Earl Weaver. I had a game, very simple game, but Earl Weaver was the one that was the major one. And Status Pro was the first board game I played, followed by Baseball Strategy, and then a few more. But the biggest influence on my gaming, before you start the game, was Baseball Pro 98 or 97, I think it was.
Yeah.
And that was the only league I was ever in. That was right at the beginning of the internet. And the other league is our league. That's the only 2 leagues I've ever been in.
Wow. You're talking about front page sports, right? Front page sports.
Front page sports.
Front page sports, yeah.
So another day I can tell you about the games I played, but that was the one that caught my imagination because you could edit, you could change the uniforms, fictional players, graphic, whatever. It had real players.
Yep.
I think that's a very underrated game. I had Tony La Russa as well. That was another great game I played. But I used to have to travel so far. I used to get on the train and travel hours to go to little villages that sold American games to get them when I was back in England,
Yeah.
So it was always an adventure. That's it, really. And then the last bit of it is that to connect it all was USA Today. I'd read that sometimes. But I went away from baseball when Dwight Gooden started to, be bad. I think 94, 95, and I kind of moved away from it. Yeah.
Wow.
And then my whole interest has really been rekindled, joining the community and the wider community with Al Red Sox fan, Beatles eternally, were the first 2, King Ikibu back in the day. And they really drew me in, and then I met you guys.
Yeah,
it's all been downhill since.
Kind of met through Beatles when he used to do not he used to, he still does, but he used to call them the chin wags or whatever, and that led to the Discord and that led to the leagues and all that. Yeah.
Yep.
I find what you guys have been doing is terrific with this Big Bash.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the start of the game. What's the score in the series at the moment?
It's 1-1. This is the deciding game 3 of the series.
Yeah, and we got
all right.
And
Lee
for some
Meadows
reason,
going for the Pirates and Juan
Yep.
Eichelberger, who's come up big for the Padres at least 3 different times. So
yep.
they need to try to get one more out of him.
Oddly enough, the OTP is saying San Diego has the advantage on almost every lineup position, which I can't figure that out. 27 Pirates.
I can't see it too well in where I am. Who is in the lineup?
Oh, well, we got.
You make the screen bigger too.
Yeah, I can see
sorry. Yeah, my fault.
That was.
Well, we got Gene Richards for the Padres leading off. Rupert Jones is batting second. Sixto Lezcano third. Terry Kennedy fourth. Luis Salazar fifth. Broderick Perkins playing first at sixth. Gary Templeton at short at seventh. Tim Flannery at second. And then the pitcher Juan Eichelberger at ninth. And then for the Pirates, we got Kai Kyler, Lloyd Wainer, Paul Wainer, Joe Harris, George Grantham batting fifth. Pi Trainer batting sixth. Glenn Wright batting seventh, Johnny Gooch batting eighth, and Lee Meadows, the pitcher, batting ninth. So that's what we got going. So the Pirates are obviously, I feel like, they went to the World Series that year and lost to the Yankees. So, they've
been a very well-rounded team.
Who is Broderick Perkins anyway?
Yeah.
Who is that? I've never heard of him.
Well, he is someone who... What is it? He played 125 games that year in 82. Batted 271 with 2 homers and 34 RBIs in the 82 season.
We're catching him at his peak of his career in 1982. That was the year of Broderick Perkins.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was probably mostly like a pinch hitter or something.
Well, I mean, that was the year he played the most. If you're ever going to see him play, 1982 was your year.
He had 4 triples.
Tony Gwynn came the following year, right?
He's on the team, but he was a rookie. He came up, I think he had like 120 at-bats. He's made multiple pinch hit appearances for this team.
Yep.
But he wasn't a starter.
He might have started at the end of the season. This is an interesting team. I'll be interested to see how they play.
Whoops. Initial camera.
I like how you do the jerseys where you show the extended view of the jersey so you can still see the logo and the name Padres.
Yep.
Across the top. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You got the big, beautiful baseball bat logos on the field for the final 32. Yeah. So I guess we're ready to get going. MV. Any predictions for this game?
I'll go with the Padres. Why not the modern team? I'm nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with the Pirates, but let's go.
Richard's off to a good start, hitting 409 this bracket.
Gene Rich is a quick player. He's a pacey player, if I remember. Here we go.
Cotton
candy. Hi.
And the cotton candy man is back. All right, here's Rupert Jones.
So you're calling the game. I'm not going to go into my.
No, you can talk. You can talk. Just. I'm not calling anything. We're just talking while we, just like we would normally do on Discord.
Yeah, this is not like a play.
I was saying that play the game in the background. Yeah.
No, you can say yellow, whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Well, baseball is baseball knowledge is been built up by playing in the draft leagues.
Yep.
That we've done in the Field of Dreams and the Baseball Diamonds
stuff.
We've played. How many seasons? God knows. About 20. No.
Oh God.
Probably
30 seasons now.
Probably pushing 30 seasons. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but originally it was with Beatles playing the McGreevy League which I won, by the way. Just had to put that in there. but the McGreevy League, which was a dead ball era, and I learned so much from Beatles about dead ball. Yep. And I learned about who Tim Keefe was. I wouldn't have a clue who Tim Keefe was. I learned that's what my hatred of Cy Young is. I just don't like Cy Young. And then all of a sudden I found myself getting attached to players like, I can still almost remember my championship team. It was a couple of years ago now. But I can remember it was Ray Schalk, Dan Bruthers, Cupid Charles, Joe Tinker, Bobby Morgan. I can't remember who was in left field. Jesse Burkett, maybe. There's a guy called Roy Thomas. And it was not a bad pitching staff for Pete Alexander and Walter Johnson. So I started to learn about these players. They were just names I knew, but didn't have any context to them.
Yep.
And it's gradually grown throughout the leagues. Winning the first version of the second version of the Shanks League also helped. So I've been very lucky. I've got to get these championships in there, Mike.
Yeah.
I've got to.
It is great, MV. Those leagues definitely have helped me. When Jamie and I also were in those Field of Dreams leagues and the Diamond Legends. I mean, it definitely helped me learn a lot about these plays before I started the bash. Yeah. And also, just to let you know, we're trying to get Big Clue onto as a guest maybe this week coming up on one of the. So I think he'd be fun to have on here as well.
Clue is a character, but from baseball knowledge, I just don't think there's anyone I know that has more knowledge than him.
Padres put together a little 2-out rally here.
Yep, Tim Flannery.
Yeah,
and he pops it out.
A lot of these Padres, funny enough, in our leagues, they do tend to come up in the drafts when we're drafting teams.
Yep,
and we do tend to draft them occasionally from that era. So they always have those players like Templeton.
Yep.
Gwynn.
Yep. Terry Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Sixto Lezcano's been in our league plenty of times.
Yeah. I don't know about the Padre, but I'm sure the Brewer version was,
The Dodgers version. I think you had him on the Dodgers, Jamie, right? The year you went to the final?
No, yeah. I think he came. I got him in a trade, so he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think he was like late 70s version.
Okay.
So, yeah, we used to get baseball also piped into the UK originally. First time they broadcast baseball that I can remember was 1997. It was Joe Morgan, the Sunday show. What was it? Morgan and
John Miller.
John Miller. That was good, and I used to stay up and watch.
And I missed on a high hard one.
And that was.
They
good.
were in talks with John Miller to see if he can call the Bash World Series.
Is he still alive?
Oh, yeah, he's still doing the Giants games.
Yeah, I liked him. So I used to watch that, John Miller, and the 90s. But 90s baseball and early 2000s didn't appeal to me. And I didn't even know it was a steroids era at the time. But it just didn't appeal to me.
Yep.
Again, because my hero was gone. Dwight Gooden was no longer effective.
Terry Kennedy,
the one who
look at this, the Padres
had a run. Won it for him last game, and now he's got the RBI.
Oh, another base hits, 2-0 Padres.
They're right.
They're going for 3
Here comes
runs.
a third.
Oh, 3-0 Padres.
Wow. Yeah, baby.
There's Broderick, and he grounds out. So now the Pirates are they need to come back here if they want to stay alive. Lee Meadows, the pitcher. They haven't had a hit yet.
Been very tough, as I said earlier.
What hasn't given up a hit. Considering they don't have any superstars, what has made the Padres tick? Because I've watched them before.
I don't know. They're just good hits. Terry Kennedy's carried them.
Yeah, Terry Kennedy's come up with some big moments. Yeah,
Kai with a triple.
Kyler.
And there's a base hit. They answer with one at least. The Wayner brothers are always on base. Mm-hmm. Can't
Jamie, when did you kind of get into baseball? And which team do you follow?
I don't know.
We're tied up, Wayner to Wayner.
Oh, home run!
Look at that, just like that thing, dude.
Wow!
Look at that thing go over the fence, by the scoreboard, ties the game up just like that. Unbelievable! Wow, that's so.
Eichelberg there goes the Padres lead.
And Eichelberg is out of sorts right now. He's walking Joe Harris. And he knocks it down. He got another hit with 2 out. Oh, it's only 1 out, sorry. And his Pie Trainer, he hasn't done much at all. He's hitting 4 for 21 in the final 32 bracket so far. But just like I say, that base hit, and that could give the Pirates the lead. And it's now 4-3. Wow, the Pirates have just turned it on, and Andy Hawkins is in replacing Eichelberger in the third inning.
They quick hook, and then it's deciding games.
And another base hit, and this looks like the floodgates are opening. It seems that way. Oh, they don't send anybody home. So bases are loaded with one out. Johnny Gooch. And he grounds out. Let's see if they can get two. They go home for one, and they can't get two.
Get him? No.
Just the one in the pipe, but they got the important one.
And Lee Meadows pops it up to short, and that's it. They get out, but 4 runs for the Pirates. 4-3 after 3. Wow, that was an interesting turn of events.
Yeah. I don't think there's any danger of Gary Templeton hitting a home run.
I think Dave Lando, if he's out there watching this, he's very happy with that Pirates half of the inning right there.
Yeah. He still has a grudge against the Padres since 1984 as a Cubs fan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was asking James. I don't know. What team do you follow?
Oh, me? Well, I mean, now that I've lived in Florida, for a while, I, would say I'm a Rays fan. But I first started watching baseball probably when I was like 4 or 5. I mean, watching, like being aware of it. I remember the Yankees and Dodgers World Series. My dad had been a Brooklyn Dodgers fan, so
Oh my God!
he always hated the Yankees.
Sixto.
I can remember listening to Red Sox games. We used to go to Maine. So, but once I got a little bit older, I became an Orioles fan because I lived in the D.C. area, and the Senators were long gone, so that was the closest team to us.
Wow!
Oh, here we go.
Well, the Padres take the lead on the Sixto's count, 2-run single, and then we have a pitching change.
Kennedy.
Mike, how do you pronounce this guy's name?
Mike.
Vengros? I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds close enough to me.
And that ends the inning, but it's going to seesaw battle here. It's now 5-4 Padres after 3.5. Here's Kai
Pitching is not
Kara.
going to last. Well, Andy Hawkins is on the mound. He wasn't bad.
And there's a ground ball to third over the first, 1 out. The Wainer brothers are dangerous. 435 for Lloyd Wainer. He's 10 for 23 with a home run in the final 32.
Yeah, he was the MVP of their team.
Well, yep. And it's his brother Paul hitting 368 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And he grounds out. So now we go to the 5th. 5-4 Padres.
Our first 0 half inning.
I know.
In a couple innings.
Lined out to second.
Oh.
George Grantham is there.
How long have you been doing this, Mike? A year now?
Over a year since May we started.
Yeah, we're 1 day away from would be 13 months.
Yeah. And 1, 2, 3 inning for the Pirates. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, 5-4 Padres.
Both these teams have hit well in this.
Oh, nice play. Oh, it's dropped.
Oh, he fluffed it.
E1 on Hawkins.
Fluffed it.
That's Broderick Perkins for you.
Come on, Patches. Come on, Patches.
Yeah, Broderick Perkins. No, yeah, that was an error on the pitcher, though.
No, I mean, he made the great, Broderick Perkins was when he made the big play.
Trainer had an RBI single in the 3rd inning.
Come on, Padres.
And there's a ground ball to third. They go to second for 1. They don't get 2, though. It's only 1 out. So 1st and 3rd now. Fred Brickell is pinch hitting. For who, I don't remember.
Let's see. Positions. It looks like whoever was their shortstop.
Glenn Wright.
Andy Hawkins.
Oh, and they try to steal second.
Oh, wow.
That was a bad move.
That was bad. Now here's Fred Brickell. That's kind of like action PC level managing.
Yeah, maybe trying to stay out of the double play, or
And that's going to kill them because they can't get the run home now. And the ground is second. And we go to the 6th inning. It's 5-4.
Tim Flannery. Wasn't he the assistant manager to...
He was with Bruce
Bochy.
I think a couple of teams. I think both with the Padres and the Giants.
Joe LaFave
he's a world champion.
For Andy Hawkins. And that's going to be a nice diving stop at short. And that's a great play by Joe Cronin, who's playing shortstop now.
There's a funny story about Joe Cronin in our league.
And a walk. So Mike Svengros is not doing too bad here. Let's see. And he walks 2 guys in a row, just when I say that. Here's Sixto, who's 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI single last time up. And he puts one
there he
over the
goes.
third baseman.
There he
Another run will
goes.
come in.
Will 2 come in? No, 1 will come.
Just one. It's now 6-4 Padres. This is what I'm talking about. Like this is how they do it. They just have
I know, it's crazy. Do you think they would play as well in the action, PC? Do you think?
What's that?
Math is math.
I mean,
so
they
it can happen
can't
either
be
way.
this lucky. They can't be this lucky, surely.
Well, here's Johnny Gooch. And he
As
gets
you
it.
say, math is math, right? So the math
Yeah.
is there. So
I think
I
this
mean,
is
the
gonna
odds
come
are
down-
that if he played it again, they would do, completely different.
well,
Whichever
the funny
game you
thing
play.
is,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
that the
just-
beauty of playing the Big Bash?
Uh-huh.
That you fit all these hundreds and hundreds of teams, and one of the teams that makes it is the 1980 two
Yeah.
Padres.
And like
Good
we've
team,
said
not
multiple
bad.
times too, the goal wasn't to determine who was the greatest team in history. The goal is to determine who's going to win the bash.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it turns out that some of the greatest so-called teams in history.
like,
Yeah,
hey,
obviously
gone
some of the
anywhere.
greatest teams are more likely to win it, but
Let me ask you a question. What happened to the 48 Indians or the 54 Indians?
they lost.
yeah, I'm sure I can't say for sure. We'd have to look up how far they went.
Yeah,
Neither of those made it to the final 32.
or the Yankees, the 98 Yankees. So these so-called super teams.
Look at this. That was an extra base hit for.
But you do
Who's-
have a lot of the Orioles dynasty teams are in there, the Cubs dynasties from the dead ball era. You have the 27 Yankees, the 38 Yankees. Then you have the 82 Padres. A forgotten dynasty.
Maybe
And
they're
the
just that
Padres
much
can't
better.
get an extra insurance run as Flannery grounds the shorts. Now 6-4, the 7th inning stretch here. Joe Harris,
There you
Garrett
go.
Grantham, and Trainer up against Floyd Schiffer. Who actually had good numbers in that year. George
Is this
Grantham.
the reliever?
Yeah, they
Do
brought
they
in-
have? Do they have John D'Acquisto on their roster at this point?
I don't think so.
No.
Gary Lucas and
Gary Lucas,
Luis
Luis
De
De Leon. Yep.
Not many names on there.
Oh.
And you
Oh,
keeping
there's
track
another
of the
error.
the batting averages and the ERAs? Are you keeping track of that?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, we keep track. I mean, after each bracket, so after this whole thing is over, we'll add this bracket stats to the overall stats, and we'll have the totals. Joe Cronin, the short, grounds, picks it up, goes to second. All right, we go to the 8th inning, 6-4 Padres. Joe Dawson pitching his second inning for the Pirates here, and leadoff walk's never a good thing.
Yeah.
And his stolen base, Alan Wiggins. So he's an 80 speed, 80 steal.
He's fast.
Yes, he is. And there's a pop up, and Rupert Jones is up. Oh, a wild pitch.
Oh, this is just not good.
This is bad. He needs a strikeout or a pop up in the infield in order to. Oh, are they going to come home? They do, and
Might be a
does.
tough one to get.
Oh.
Wiggins. They got him.
they got him at home. And Sixto has been a thorn in the side, 2 for 3 with 3 ribbies for the
He's a good
Padres.
hitter.
And another stolen bases. Is a dead ball team here or what?
It's 1980s
He
National
could run
League
though.
teams.
Small ball.
And Sixto grounds to third. They get this one and they get him out. So we go to the bottom of the 8th now. It's time for the Pirates to bring some offense to the table here. Johnny Gooch, Joe Dawson, and Kai Kyler. Let's do up
There's
here.
a new
You
reliever
get at
on
least
the
one
mound.
run just so you don't have to try to score 2 in the last inning.
Yep,
Is that a
Luis
new
De
reliever on the
Leon.
mound?
He's-
Yeah.
Yeah, got a
The
pinch
closer's
hit.
in trying to close a 2-inning save here.
Clyde Bernhardt coming in to pinch hit.
I don't know who this guy is, but Clyde Barnhart. Fly ball to center, and he's got it sized up and makes the catch. They're now 4 outs away from advancing to the round to the Elite 8 here. So Kai Kyler.
Wow. How
And
many
he
games
popped
did you
it up.
play? 5 or best of 5?
Best of 3.
Best of 3.
Best
for
of 3.
the-
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Here's Johnny Milgis. I think he's the closer for the Pirates, and he's trying to keep
yes.
this. Very good. He's got 3
MVP.
home runs in this tournament, in this bash
Very
bracket.
And a swing and a
struck
miss.
him out.
He retired.
Salazar had a double last time. And laces one into left for a base hit.
Look at it. Still hit. Still hitting.
Perkins flies out to right, and Wayner's there to make the catch. And Gary Templeton trying to get this out. And he lines it to left, and then he makes the catch there as well. So
here it comes down to we got the two
Joe
winners.
Harris.
Joe Harris.
they're taking out De Leon, putting in the lefty, Gary Lucas.
Gary Lucas,
Face the
lefty
left,
on
the
lefty.
Wayners.
Yeah, the
brothers
two winners
Wayner
back to back.
lefties. That's it.
Lefties and lefties.
Let's see what they can do. And the first one grounded out to first.
Smart move by the
Padres
AI.
time to get excited in the dugout. Here's Paul Wayner. And he grounds it to second. 2 outs now.
Smart move. Will they bring in a
Joe
right?
Harris. And he grounds to second, and the
and the
Padres beat the Pirates
Get it.
6-4 and make it to the Bash quarterfinals.
Yep, they'll be in
Unreal.
the
Great.
logo round of the Elite Eight.
So, wow.
That is amazing.
That's a big upset.
I'm glad I was here to see it.
Yeah,
Very
Paul
good.
Wayner with the home run, 3 for 5 for Salazar, 2 for 4 for Lizcano, and 3 ribbies. So that was a big shot in the arm they needed. Andy Hawkins gets the win in relief.
Yeah.
Eichelberger came out after 2 1/3 innings.
That was his first bad game, I think.
Bullpen was perfect, actually, almost
Oh.
perfect. No earned runs for the bullpen, starting with Hawkins. I mean, the Pirates weren't that bad, but I mean, Meadows kind of gave up 5 runs, and then
Yeah.
So
Wow.
let me just save this, and then I'll do my little updating of the brackets here. 1 second.
Oh my gosh, this is a spreadsheet of kings.
Put my bracket editing music on.
Jeff's a Pirates fan, so unfortunately that's the end of the Pirates franchise. But it would be fun to see the Padres make it to the end. I'm not lying.
It would. It would.
So the Padres move on to face the 1917 Giants.
And
So-
the Padres beat the 1912 Giants in the first round.
Yeah, that's
Does that
right.
have my favorite player on it? The Giants, Benny
They do.
Calf.
Benny
Yeah.
Kopp, he's
Yeah,
there.
Ben,
Benny Calf.
he's
There's a
Red
statue of
State
him outside of my Red Bolt Stadium, Manchester Red Bolt Stadium. Benny Calf. He embodies the spirit.
And Sean was mentioning that the 82 team, definitely they had some of the parts that would later help them for sure. They got a couple of good free agents too when they brought in Nettles, Craig Nettles, and
Spreadsheet. Like,
Goose Gossage.
All
I
right.
think we're in
So,
debate whether you were creative or not, Mike. I think you are.
all right. And the bracket is
Spreadsheet.
updated. This is, we have plenty of information on this. This is my Bash Bible, I call it.
Yeah.
I think so. So basically, the 2 games we have left to go, it's possible we could have a Yankees Region C final. As the 27 Yankees still have to get by the 2022 Atlanta Braves. I think we're going to take that on the next broadcast, as well as the 2000 Orioles and the 72 Reds have to figure their stuff out for them. And then the round 2 will be complete, and we're moving to the Elite Eight, baby. We're getting closer.
Right.
And then the 1903 Naps await the winner of the 2000 Orioles and the 72 Reds. So it's just going to be interesting. Like,
No,
I mean, think about it. It's the Elite. Well, we'll have a preview of the Elite Eight when we get there. But
yeah, you must do. Well, what I really enjoyed is the adverts and the.
yeah, oh yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah.
Sorry, MV. Good. Thanks for reminding me. We got to pay the bills here. 1 second. Let's see.
I like this.
That is
Did you use Kling AI to do this?
Hold on, MV. We got commercials. We can't have you interrupting because the
They'll
sponsor.
make us, we'll have to refund the money.
We'll be right back after a commercial break.
Well, how about that? It's Cal Ripken, the Iron Man himself, part of the amazing Cinderella 2000 Orioles, the Bashing Birds.
Thanks, Mel. And I'll tell you, this club knows something about showing up.
And Cal, the fans want to know, What keeps an Iron Man going every morning?
Bash Ball cereal. Big crunch, good taste, and it doesn't take a day off. Kind of reminds me of somebody.
Spoken like the Iron Man. When you're the underdog, you don't skip breakfast. You show up every day. And these bashing birds have been showing up against the big dogs all bash long.
Besides, Mel, in Baltimore, we know birds need a good breakfast before they fly.
And there you have it. Bash cereal has the Iron Man crunch that keeps the bashing birds flying past the big dogs.
Bash Balls. That's my kind of breakfast.
Bash cereal, the official breakfast of underdogs, Iron Men, and the big, beautiful baseball bash.
All right, that was good. I like that.
I
So
could
I'm
buy
sorry.
that.
Yeah, those are great. I love those, MV.
I could buy that. I was just saying before I go, it's just yeah. Did you create that using Kling AI, or what was it that you used to create those? It was very funny.
The voices with 11 Labs.
Yeah, 11 Labs. Yeah.
Yeah, and the rest were just images.
No, very good. Well, I at this point, I'll probably let you get on with it.
Yeah,
Well, we
man.
didn't produce it. Obviously, the makers of Bash cereal, whoever they're at, the agency put it together.
So MV,
Yes.
I realize it's 5 hours.
Yeah,
past. It's, it's practically 4 a.m. your time. So you could be.
It's nearly 4.
We'll give you the honor of having the quickest guest appearance on our broadcast. So as to date, but that doesn't mean that we don't like you, or hopefully it doesn't mean
And
you don't like us.
MV's going to be back because
Yes.
he's been named captain of. We're going to have an all-star game with 2 teams, and MV is going to be the captain, manager / captain of the.
No,
all-star game.
it's been a pleasure, and I really, really thank you for bringing me on.
Actually, MV, before you go, I just
Mhm.
have to show you one thing. It's a preview. It's a little taste.
It's breaking it
All
down.
Just want to show you what we have in store for the All-Star game, and this is what we have.
Oh, the uniforms.
We have a
This is-
uniform that says Team MV on it.
Why did
So
it say that? I don't see that. Oh yeah, the logo. Yeah,
You can.
yeah. That's cool. What's David's look like? You have not designed David's yet.
Oh, we
What's
have
that?
David's too. When
Oh,
David,
you have
David?
we'll break that out. Well,
Well,
we
I'll
can,
put
we
Dave
can
on
show,
there. I'll let David know. We'll unveil that when Dave's around.
All
we
right.
can show the All-Star patch too.
Oh yeah. Okay. So here's the All-Star patch.
Nice.
If
Hey,
you
know what? The
send
badge-
in
the badge-
5 box tops of Bash Ball cereals, then they'll one of those
There's a
patches out to you.
there's a famous saying that inspiration finds you working, and I've always remembered that. But it's the same with the Big Bash. You're getting inspired to do different things the more you
Yep.
do it, and I think that's really important and really good. And what you've done for the community, both of you being like with the what's the word I'm looking for? The creativity. You say you're not creative, Mike. I beg to differ. But you're creative massively. So
Thank
well
you.
done, both of you. Thank you. Keep going, and I'll see you soon.
All right, thank you, MV, everybody. I know everybody. A lot of people know who he is, and now you get to put a voice to the name. Thank you very
Four-time
much,
champion,
MV.
by the way. Four-time
Four-time-
in the FO.
Yeah, I wish I could make that picture. I'll have to. You know what? Next time you're on here, hopefully you'll do video, but I will bring up that. I'll bring up that image, and we'll post that. We'll just put that out there because you definitely
We
deserve
could talk all day
kudos for
about
that.
my championships. We could talk all day.
All right,
Anyway,
MV.
take care.
You have a
Take
good
care,
night,
guys.
sir. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Great guy, MV. Enjoy his company immensely, and he's
There's
consider
a
him
good point
friend.
too. What he said too about the more stuff you do to whether it's the bash or just your replay, the more stuff you do on the side, it definitely makes it more enjoyable.
Yep.
And that's been a big reason why we've been doing all this stuff, just to keep it entertaining for ourselves, and it's good that other people like it too. That's just
Oh yeah. I mean, I
benefit.
think everybody's just interested in the team. I think what brought me into this project was just the teams, right? Like all these teams, all these players, and it's just, and everybody likes a good tournament, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
and this is like the nitty gritty of the tournament. So
Yeah, once it gets down to because
it can be a little overwhelming, obviously, with all the brackets and all the
nobody could be expected to follow all those brackets and all
No.
those teams. That's why we would just post who won or whatever, and people you might get curious. Oh, that's But now that we're getting down to 8 teams out of 2,676, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'll tell you, it's almost like I don't know how to explain it. Like when I was looking at the bracket and I realized there's only two more games left before we only have 8 teams out of all these teams, out of these brackets that you and I have done. It's just I got this feeling in my stomach. I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe this is almost over. So we're definitely making our effort to drag this on as long as possible, though, to make sure. I enjoy giving it its due, right? I mean, we've gone this far, we might as well make this part of it memorable and try to have fun with it. That's what.
That's why I think the little expansion to the last 2 rounds, where the semifinals go to 5 games and the final one 7. That'll. Besides, obviously, the more games will make it longer, but just the more drama of it, I think, will make it worth it too.
Yep. In the All-Star game, we'll just talk about it a little bit before we go, but the All-Star game, so Jamie and I, wanted to have a Bash All-Star game, and we thought what better time to do it than right before the final series. And Jamie had the idea of putting it in the style of the old Cracker Jack All-Star games that they had. They had the, home and away, it wasn't everybody's uniform, but it was the home and away uniforms. And, so we already chose our first, second, third team All-Stars. So we're going to use those, but we also have to fill out the rest of the, like at least have 25-man rosters. And,
I think we need another, I don't remember, 15, 17 players.
Yeah, something like that.
So,
but the idea is to pick, not necessarily, we picked the first, second, and third team mostly on how everybody's career was in the Bash, right? But I think this one, to fill this out, I think what we can do is highlight, individual brackets or players that had spectacular maybe just might have
there was some players that had obviously they had to have a substantial number of bats or innings pitched, but whoever had some of the best single bracket performances, give them if they aren't already in the selection, get them in there. And then we're talking about if we can figure out a way to do it and maybe even have a little mini kind of fan vote, if not for all the remaining ones, maybe for some, so everybody can kind of have a say.
Put a poll up there somewhere. We got to figure out how to do the polls and stuff. But it would be helpful. It'll be fun because number one, once we get the teams, we can have a show on and just introducing the teams, and we can go through each player, and show exactly what they've done in the Bash up to this point, and then and so we can have a lot of fun with it. Just another thing just to do and to keep this thing alive. So. So we're looking forward to that, but that's still a little ways away. I mean, still got to go another.
And a little nice little bonus feature too, because Out of the Park allows you to do a home run derby. So we could have a home run derby with some of the greatest sluggers in the history of baseball going at it.
Or whoever had. I mean, we could have some of the biggest. The biggest sluggers. Well, obviously the people that did the best are the best sluggers, but mostly, right? So I mean, who's the guy that? We could always put Lowenstein in there just to see. He had 5 home runs in like the first 2 rounds, and then the team got bounced. But Chief Myers was in there. Like we could have a couple of guys that had the 3 home runs.
Although we had like the 6 different guys who had 3 home runs. There's a lot of different.
There's a lot of different ways we could do this. But there's some guys that I remember Dick Allen had a really good. Hank Aaron. There's some guys that weren't able to see here in the final 32, obviously.
It would be good to see someone like Hank Aaron. Since his wasn't on a Braves team that was able to make it, we definitely want to feature him in the All-Star game. And Mickey Mantle's another one. So there's some big names that didn't make it to the final 32. So home run derbies and All-Star games will be fun.
Great. So I guess we're almost at the Bernie Strom 1 hour limit for our broadcast. But I mean, I hope everybody, whoever if you're lucky enough to have kids, I hope you guys all have good Father's Days tomorrow. I know I'm going to be hanging out with my kids and my brother and his kids and my parents. So I feel lucky for that. So anybody that's lucky enough to do that, enjoy yourself. And if you don't, please, maybe you could just spend the day rolling some games and
Yeah.
or playing some baseball sims or
And
doing
wish
whatever.
your dad a happy Father's Day. If you're unfortunately, if your
Yes.
father's not with us, think about your dad.
Yep.
And,
Yep. And our next broadcast might not be until probably Tuesday. My guess, but we're working on some guests for the next week. So but the next broadcast we're definitely going to have at least we'll finish off round 2 with the final 2 games, the 2000 Orioles and the 72 Reds, and then the 2022 Braves and the 27 Yankees to basically figure out who's going to be in the Elite 8 to round that out. So, all right.
should be some fun games for sure.
No, world's worst gamer there. Just it's just. Well, I have to put that up there. That's okay. Well, what does that say about the father if you want to slap the son? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, but thanks everyone for joining. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, World's Worst Gamer. Thanks, Philip. And I think that's it. So
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but thanks again, guys, and thanks to everybody who's going to watch this video. I hope it's enjoyable, and thanks to MV again for jumping on real quick with us. And thanks, Jamie. Hope you enjoy your Father's Day tomorrow.
And same to you.
All right. Well, let me just set up the final video, and then we'll call it a night. Thanks, everyone, and we'll talk soon.